Hey everybody, welcome back. James Phifer with ACCU, and today we're going to be talking about why and how to use Vantaca. ACCU utilizes Vantaca, and we believe that it brings the tools necessary to run your association and what you're looking for as a community. The level of transparency that it allows us to provide you, the ability to record corporate history, which is exactly what you're doing. So the hard work that you're putting in today is passed to all the future board members that are going to be running the association. And then some nifty tools to really help you dive in to determine how your management company is working so you can hold us accountable for the job that we're providing to you. Let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to get into Vantaca and show you some of the tools available to you. All right, everybody. So Vantaca has done a fantastic job at updating their user interface. Right here is what the association members and the board is going to get. Now, mind you, we're logged in as Grover Cleveland right now, and he is a board member, so he's going to have board action items. But what's really important here is that we're drawing attention to payments, which is the majority of what owners want to do. Then we'll log into this system and make a payment, and we make that really easy right here. So this is going to be a benefit to each community member. Now, to highlight a few of the really important items on Vantaca, I'm going to jump right into what I think is very important, which is the calendar and how that relates to the annual plan and eventually turns into the standard operating procedures for your association. All right, so we navigate over here to the calendar, and I like to use the month view. So we come in here, and let's just say that on the 7th of October every year, you want your manager to go out and get an engagement letter for the CPA. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open that up. The title of this is Engagement Letter from CPA, because that's what we want. And we're going to have this repeat annually, right? That's really important as well. On the 7th, you want to make sure that you adequately put in the description. What do I mean by that? I want to be able to pull somebody in off the street, sit them down, and when this ticket comes up, I want them to be able to complete the task. So the more information that we put into the description, the more successful anyone who receives this ticket is going to be into the future. Now, we're going to mark it as an association task, and we are going to give it board-only access. We don't want to clutter the calendar for the association with things that are only really relevant for the board. So now that we have that kicked off on the calendar, when that comes due every year, it's going to show in your board tasks, right? So here's the board actions, the board tasks. This functions as a to-do list for the board. It's all the things that the board needs to do. But for the purpose of the calendar kicking off tickets, what's really important about this is that every year this needs to happen. It doesn't matter if a future board member who's elected or volunteering is now on the board. They're going to get this, and they're going to be able to go in and hit the eyeball, which says, hey, give me a deeper view into this. And they're going to be able to see what's going on. What does this do? This starts to keep a chain of custody of who touches it and when. And it gives the board the ability to communicate directly back to the manager. Please ask them to get the info today. And send the message. That goes back to your community manager. So when they come in here, they can see you as a board member put it in. And they have a list of the hierarchy as well. As we were talking about a moment ago, this starts to record the corporate history of your association. The ability for future board members to look back and understand a little bit more about why you made the decisions you made. And I think this is very effective in running your community. So number one, we've created a scenario where nobody can forget, right? When the task comes due, it pops up for the community management company saying, hey, this needs to be completed, and the appropriate staff member gets assigned that ticket for completion. It also shows forward-facing with you as a board member, so you know exactly what the management company is working on, and being as you have a view into that ticket and anyone who responds to it or communicates in it, that gives you ultimate transparency into what your community management company is doing for you. The next thing that I think is very important is the reports. You've heard me talk a lot about what I think is important, that we are your agent and not your gatekeeper. The boards are able to pull the reports out of Vantaca just like we are. So if it's an accounting report, an association report, a financial report, and this information is live and interactive, which is unheard of. A board can come in and they can pull data relevant to that day, which I think is hands down so important and a huge advantage of what Vantaca gives to us as a management company. All the way down to if you want to see your tenant and lease report, you're able to pull that information up by simply clicking on the button. It'll load the information. Again, you can manipulate the data as you'd like to see it, and very, very effective when it comes to managing your association. The bank accounts is also a thing I truly like to highlight. They're your bank accounts. It's your association. You need to have a fiscal responsibility to your community. And we as ACCU provide that to you by allowing you to come in and see your bank accounts 24/7. And again, if you want to see more information, hit the I saying, I want to look deeper into this, and it will show you as the board member every transaction that ACCU has made on the behalf of the association, giving you full financial authority. If you want to research invoices that your association has paid, the My Items, these are items for you as a board member. The open are open items currently for the association. If you want to do any research into past invoices that have been paid and look into the communication, perhaps who touched it at the management company or which board member had anything to say on that particular invoice, you're going to choose closed. First, any one of these three dots is going to give you columns so you can search by more information to set it up. Let's just say you want to search by XM number, you can do that. When you come in here, you're going to be able to choose the eyeball, look deeper into it, and it gives you a couple of options here. Include messages. Messages is going to show everything on that particular invoice, who touched it, when they touched it, if there was any comments made. And so if you are researching information, that's going to be incredibly valuable to you. And finally, the paperclip gives you the ability to jump in and look at the relevant information attached to that particular invoice. Same thing with work orders here. You're going to be able to do primarily the same thing. You're going to be able to set this up the way that you want to see it. Now, don't forget to come over here to the gear icon and hit Save Grid Settings. That's going to be very important, so you don't have to do this each time. Same for collections. Then I get to the point of where I'm going. This is an incredibly valuable tool for you and your association. So the presentation given today, it just touches and highlights just a few of the tools that Vantaca brings. I really wanted to highlight some of the ones that we feel are most appropriate and will be heavily utilized by a community and you as a board. So I hope you got some really relevant information from this demonstration today. If you're interested in community management, you want to utilize tools like this, please feel free to reach out anytime. My name is James Phifer. You can reach me at 303-733-1121. Until next time, I look forward to bringing you additional educational content.